अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी। उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आप सब ठीक होंगे, खैर खैरियत से होंगे और जहाँ भी होंगे अपने घर वालों के साथ खुशबाश होंगे। तो आज मैं आई हूँ जी सिल्वर बन अपनी बेटी के साथ। तो यहाँ पे जी हम आज आए हैं सीखने, कुछ क्या सीखने आए हैं मैं अभी आपको बताऊँगी। तो सबसे पहले जी स्मीगल्स आए हैं और मेरी बेटी को जो ईदी मनी मिली हुई है उसमें से ये इसने अपनी स्पेंड की है। एक्टिविटी इसने कुछ ली है क्योंकि अभी हमने जाना है एक ईद मास्टर क्लास पे जो हो रही है शार्लेट टिल्बरी, और कर रही हैं जी द मेकअप आर्टिस्ट आमना ख्वाजा। मेरी बहुत प्यारी दोस्त हैं। और यहाँ पे मैंने आपको अगर आपने कोई भी ब्यूटी टिप्स या मेकअप प्रोडक्ट्स और स्किन प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में कुछ पूछना है, या अगर आपको नहीं पता कि स्किन टोन के लिहाज से कौन सा जो है आप पे मेकअप फाउंडेशन कौन सी इस्तेमाल करनी चाहिए, तो आप यहाँ पे आएँ, आमना ख्वाजा से मिलें और वो आपको जो है पूरा डिटेल्स में सारा बताएंगी। और जी यहाँ पे जैस्मीन भी आ चुकी हैं। तो सोशल मीडिया से जो है मुझे और भी बड़े अच्छे लोग मिले हैं, उनमें से एक जैस्मीन भी हैं। तो ये भी मेरी बड़ी प्यारी दोस्त बन चुकी हैं। और बस अभी थोड़ी देर में जो है मास्टर जी हम भी आज स्टूडेंट बने, आज हम भी ब्यूटी टिप्स जो है सीखने आए हैं। तो यहाँ पे अब फाइनली जा रहे हैं जहाँ पे जो है मास्टर क्लास होनी है। और बड़ा ज़बरदस्त यहाँ पे जो है सारी इन्होंने सेटिंग की हुई थी। और ये हैं जी शार्लेट टिल्बरी गुडी बैग्स, और इसमें हैं हम सब के लिए गिफ्ट्स। और यहाँ पे जो है रिफ़्रेशमेंट का भी जो है इंतज़ाम किया हुआ है। तो स्ट्रॉबेरी मॉकटेल मैंने लिया अपने लिए और मेरी बेटी ने भी, तो ये इतना मज़े का था। और इसके अलावा यहाँ पे मेहंदी स्टॉल भी है, वो भी मैं आगे आपको दिखाऊंगी। और मॉडल जो है द चीज़ी फैमिली की खूबसूरत मरियम है, तो आज उनका जो है ईद मेकअप होगा जो हम भी देखेंगे। और यहाँ पे मैं अपनी जी इनसे मिली है, ये हैं जी मेकअप आर्टिस्ट आमना ख्वाजा। तो अब शुरू होने लगी है मास्टर क्लास, तो आप भी दिखें और आप भी सीखें ब्यूटी टिप्स।
We get started, so we're going to start off with a little bit of all the oils of the face, but it will not strip you of your natural oils, which is obviously very important. So we just take that. I mean, Mariam's skin is absolutely stunning, you can see. I'm just going to remove any dry and dead skin cells, and it also takes away any dust and everything from, day to day. We just prep serum. So serum is made from smaller molecules. So when we apply that, it penetrates deeper into the skin. So I'm going to actually do this first, and then we can go in with the magic cream. So you can basically just warm that up into the skin and massage it in upwards.
Ingredient in called polyglutamic acid, and that is 4 times more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. So it just means that that big surge of water is delivered straight to the skin. It absorbs instantly, and it's not going to weigh your skin down. You're really feeling like greasy or heavy at all.
Now we're going to go in with the magic cream. Main event, which is the magic cream. No makeup's complete without magic cream, guys. We have to prep our skin and apply magic cream because that's when we get the full Charlotte skin and the full Charlotte face.
Clinically proven to visibly reverse signs of aging. So it's going to firm the skin up, boost hydration, make it super glowy, reduce any fine lines, great for necklines, anything you can think of, magic cream, love it.
So the second part is the little sister to the magic cream, which is the magic eye rescue. So it's eye cream. This helps with blending in with the concealer, because concealers can tend to be a little drying. So when you apply a little bit of the magic eye rescue, you don't need to wait for it to dry in or go right away into the skin. We can kind of apply this first, and then we don't wait, and then we'll go in with the concealer right away. Because there's so much movement around the eyes, so concealer tends to move around and go into the fine lines and things, but this will prevent that from happening. And it's also depuffing and anti-aging as well.
So notice how Amna is really keeping
And the foundation in, so we're just going to push a light layer into Mariam's skin because she doesn't really need much. So I'm just going to do a light, but it's absolutely makeup kind of look.
So our Hollywood brush that Amna's using today is a really gorgeous dense brush. It's my favourite for applying foundation. I've got 5 days in my brush belt for that exact reason. I use it in everyone. So it's a nice round flat dense brush that you can really work any product in with. But we're going to see us use it for all of our cream products there. And we can swap over to the little end for our concealer as we go. Does anyone...
As it sticks your foundation to it. So I physically, like, we're doing 10-hour shifts in here, and then we do our makeup like 6 in the morning sometimes, and then straight from here we go straight on to a night out or something. I have to physically remove my makeup to get it off. I mean, I do a light spray of setting spray as well, but there's no way that the foundation is budging once I've done my makeup. So again, the Beautiful Skin foundation is the foundation obviously, and this is their little sister just now. So that one's a more matte finish. I mean, I'm going to apply it now so you'll see.
What shade did you pick?
So I have gone with 5 medium for Ombre. I mean, you can see how beautiful it looks on screen as well.
Skin is absolutely glowing, honestly.
So, I mean, just to talk back onto the eye, one of my favourite palettes from Tilbury. It's literally got everything you can do for my smoky eye.
All the colours will really meld perfectly together, as opposed to just highlighting one feature.
So we're now going to move on. I don't know if you guys have seen, I mean, they're displayed over there. So these ones I'm going to use are a little, the blusher I'm going to use is a little dewy, but it comes in a matte version as well. So we'll start with the contour ones first. So this is going to give her that bronze kind of look as well. So it comes with a little sponge.
A little bit of a colour tone than the likes of a bronzer would be. So contour is really there to highlight the structure of the face. So see how Amna is placing those dots like right on Mariam's cheekbones, so that it's really going to hug that cheekbone and accentuate that sharpness. This is called our facial framework. So this is where you can really reshape your face if you wish. I know I use it every single day to get rid of the double chin, and we all do it. It's fine.
To the wands, I'm going to use the same brush, but I do like to take away any of the bronzer I have on the brush, and then I'm just going to be pushing that into the skin.
So we always like to start. This is really going to draw fullness to the cheek and give you that like gorgeous set of colour in the apples of the cheek, again without weighing your face down a little bit. And notice my Amna's used the same brush throughout. So have you ever washed your brushes and just thought, well, that doesn't apply as nicely as it usually does when you can sometimes pull a little bit too warm, especially for those under eye areas.
So I'm going to pop a little bit. If you don't like when you push that in, it just takes it away straight away. But I think the rest of the face being dewy is because we have gone for Beautiful Skin as a satin finish, and we have gone for Pinkgasm, and it's supposed to be nice and dewy and shiny, so we're going to stick with the rest being dewy. And just the nose and the under eyes are now matte, and a little bit of the forehead.
And would you
In this part, so we're going to stick with Miriam's natural lip here all the way, so keep it quite tight from your outer parts of your lips. But this part now, being a cupid's bow, we are going to just sit it right on top of her lips. So it's not so much that we're overlining or anything, but we are actually going right on top of her lip. Now this creates that very famous Charlotte Tilbury's heart-shaped lip, and that's what she's famous for as well, of a pinky nude. So I think then it's got shine to it as well. And this one is our refillable lipsticks, right?
Yeah, so this is part of the Hot Lips 2 collection, and these all have women's names in them that you'll notice. It's because Charlotte, if you've ever seen Charlotte on TV, she name drops like no one's business. And so In Love with Olivia is actually named after Olivia Newton-John.
And then once I've filled in the whole of the lip and the inner part of both sides of the lips, I'm then gonna go right on top of the pencil as well. I know people like to leave the pencil as outer and don't touch it, but I like to touch it all the way because that keeps that ombre effect going.
I always do the same thing. It's the branding of the brand too, which is that iconic CT with the stripes straight up through it, and the inspiration actually comes from the tights, the pinstripe tights that go right through the back.
Right, so we've completed the lips, so you can see it gives her a little bit of that full. So I'm going with the original setting spray because that is my favorite. We have launched a matte one for you girlies who like a matte finish. I like a dewy finish. I like it myself, and I like it on my clients as well, unless they tell me otherwise. So this one's a dewy set. So just as a last step, we will just get our customer to close their eyes and just do a nice, generous. And that just
I feel like the setting spray is world famous, and everyone knows it. The setting spray and the powder are actually the #1 bestseller in the world in their category.
Eid was 2 days ago.
Yes.
Still Eid day 3 today.
Third day.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a really beautiful Dika on Mariam. Just to complete, gives you the extra matteness that you're looking for. It's £195, and the one after that is a 50 ml and it's £79, and the one below that is a 30 ml, which is £54. Now you'd best buy, because anyone who jumps on magic cream, they never come off it. Hence why Charlotte's created the refill pots for them.
Give her a big round of applause.
Beautiful model today.
Easy, you've got an easy color, right?
That's super easy.
100%. Well, they give you a really
Super easy one brush. So I like to just, obviously we put concealer on in the eye as your base, unless you're going to use, we also do eyes to mesmerize, their little pots of coloured eyeshadow, but they work beautifully as your eye base as well. But I like to mostly use a concealer, because then that's super easy and you've got it at hand all the time. So once you've got your concealer on, you just pop a little, I actually use my bronzer number 2 from Charlotte Tilbury, so I actually pop that as my first blend. So that goes all over your lid. I love that. I think that just, so you can use that as bronzer, you can use that as a light dusting to set everything. And then the two-step eye is basically, if you get yourself one of Charlotte's eye pencils, so these are kohl pencils, they come in so many different colors, brownie one or a black one. So if you just do like an uneven scribble even on the closest part of your lash, and you just smudge it. And if you can't even have a steady line, you don't need to. You can just, on customers, I'll actually show them to do a squiggly line just so they know that it is doable. So if you do a squiggly line or whatever, just as close to your lashes, and then that's what I've done on Miriam today. And then you take the same brush and you just pick up any of the darker, like the palette that I've used today, which is the Super Nudes. It actually lives with 3, so it's got 3 of these and 3 of these. These are 2 separate palettes, because these 3 are a separate palette and these 3 are separate. So this is like a brown smoky and this is a black smoky eye. So on Miriam, once I've made the little darker color of the powder on the eyeshadow, and I know that sounds crazy, but that is what I do on my customers on the counter if they come in and ask me, how do I do like a smoky eye? Because people think it's super hard, but it really isn't. You have the right tools and the right products and you can create smoky eye at home.
I love that. I think just because
I have really big pores, I have oily skin. I know there's the water cream as well. So would that be the alternative to sit for?
yeah, so the water cream is great for that. The water cream, water-based products are always best for oily skin, and it's actually got a peptide and it's great at repairing the skin's barrier. So it keeps
भी बना देती हूँ
बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो, मैंने सुबह देखा सनिया मैंने कहा कोई वीडियो नहीं चलो इंशाल्लाह करेंगे उसको Alina and Alina, yes. Dream team, yes. मैंने भी शार्लेट टिल्बरी लगाया हुआ और मैंने शार्लेट टिल्बरी का हाईलाइटर लगाया हुआ, उसके बाद मैंने स्प्रे लगाया हुआ। चमक चेक करें जरा, सारे रोजे रखने का नूर आया हुआ मेरे ऊपर जी 100% आया, मुझे तो हम भी कहते हैं नूर नूर।
जी मास्टर क्लास यहाँ पे कंप्लीट हो गई है और अब यहाँ पे लग रही है मेहंदी, और बाकी जो है मरियम के फ़ैन वो बनवा रहे हैं पिक्चर्स। मैं भी हूँ, मैंने भी पिक्चर्स बनवाई एंड वीडियो बनवाई, और ये देखें कितनी खूबसूरत मेहंदी ये लगाई है जी, इंस्पायर बाय रहीमा। इनका जो है इंस्टाग्राम पे पेज है, और यहाँ पे आमना का बहुत शुक्रिया, उन्होंने आज हमें इन्वाइट किया था और हमने काफ़ी जो है ब्यूटी टिप्स सीखी हैं। मैं तो खाली ब्लशर लगा दी थी, अब कंटोरिंग भी करूँगी और हाईलाइटर भी लगाऊंगी, और यहाँ पे पिक्चर्स भी बनाई, और अब मैं यहाँ से कर रही हूँ जी अपनी शॉपिंग। जो मुझे ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स चाहिए जो मैं शार्लेट टिल्बरी की इस्तेमाल करती हूँ, सेटिंग स्प्रे एंड लिप लाइनर।
सेटिंग स्प्रे उसी से तो ग्लो है। दिखा। और जी यहाँ से मैंने दीनी बादशाह के लिए लिए हैं ऑलिव्स, मिक्स ऑलिव्स लिए हैं जो उसको पसंद है, लेकिन हम भी साथ खा लेते हैं, तो ये जब भी मैं सिल्वर बनाती हूँ यहाँ से जो है ना मैं ज़रूर ये लेके जाती हूँ। तो जी शॉपिंग आज की हमारी हो चुकी है डन, ज़्यादा तो शॉपिंग नहीं की, आज ज़्यादा गिफ्ट्स ही मिले हैं, तो अब हम जाएंगे घर। तो ये था जी आज का हमारा व्लॉग, उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको अच्छा लगा होगा। तो इंशाल्लाह अब नेक्स्ट व्लॉग में मिलूँगी, तब तक आप मुझे दुआ में याद रखें, अपना ख्याल रखें। ओके जी, अल्लाह हाफिज़।